What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Five's Favorite Games. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Hearthstone. I've played a lot of Hearthstone over the last 5 or so years. I've made quite a lot of videos on it on this channel, and I figured why not make a video explaining how to play it in this series. Hearthstone is very easy for new players to pick up. When you start playing you have to play through a tutorial, and then after you finish the tutorial you're presented with this screen I think, which is the main menu screen, and I think it encourages you to go into solo adventures. And then go to practice mode and verse the innkeeper, this computer player. So we're going to do that. We're going to go into practice mode on normal difficulty. Initially you'll only be playing mage. It's like the first class that you start with. In this video I'll play as paladin and my opponent can be priest. It's not too important. I just want to explain to you how the game works and... Okay, I'm playing paladin. My opponent is playing... priest. Yeah, I just want to explain how the game works and hopefully provide enough information for you to decide if you want to start playing or not. Basically, Hearthstone is a card game. Each player has a deck of cards with 30 cards in it. This is my deck, this is my opponent's deck. This is my hero, and this is my opponent's hero. Each hero starts with 30 health. And the game ends when one of the heroes reaches 0 health. So basically you're trying to kill the enemy hero by attacking them and bringing their health down to 0. There are two main types of cards in Hearthstone, spells and minions. This is a minion. The minion has attack and health. So you can see in the bottom left it has 2 attack and 4 health. And it also has a mana cost. The number in the top left, that means it costs 4 mana. And you can see down here, these are your mana crystals. On turn 1 you have 1 mana, on turn 2 you have 2 mana, and so on. So the most mana you can have is 10, so by turn 10 you have 10 mana here, and then after that you won't get any more mana crystals. But basically each turn you get 1 more mana crystal, so each turn you can do a little bit more. So the game starts off slow, you're playing low cost cards, and then as the game progresses you can play more expensive and more powerful cards. So yeah, this is a minion. She also has a battle cry. So some minions don't do anything. They just have a blank space here, but others have some effects. This minion's battle cry is draw a card. What that means is when I play her, when she comes out into the battlefield, I will draw a card. That's all that does. And the other type of card is spells. This here is a spell. It's not a minion. Like normally I would play this card out into the battlefield here. A spell is like an effect that happens once and then the card disappears. So this one costs 1 mana and it says give a minion +3 attack. Normally I would be able to play this, but because there are no minions on the field, there's no targets for this spell, so I can't play it this turn. So at the end of each of your turns you have to click this button. Normally this button is yellow if you can still do things, but once you've completely run out of things to do and you have no more options, it turns green. So if you see that it's green, you just click the button.
Is someone injured?
Okay, so the priest played Northshire Cleric. This is a 1 mana minion. It has 1 attack and 3 health. Her effect is whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. So whenever a minion on the field has health restored to it, my opponent will draw a card from their deck. So now I think I'll play this. Each hero has a hero power. This is a 2 mana effect that you can use every turn. It's not a card, you don't draw it from your deck, it just sits next to your hero, and you can press this button every turn. And it costs 2 mana crystals. You can see the little 2 here, and the mana crystals are lighting up when I hover over it. That means it's going to spend that much mana. So I'm playing as a paladin, and their hero power is summon a 1/1 silver hand recruit. That just puts a little minion on the board with 1 attack and 1 health. So I'm going to do that now. I click the button, and now there's a little guy out here with 1 attack and 1 health. So the priest's hero power says restore 2 health. So it also costs 2. All of the hero powers cost 2. And this one allows him to restore 2 health to anything. He can restore it to minions, he can restore it to himself. So let's see what he does. Okay, he played a spell, and it says deal 2 damage. So he dealt 2 damage to my Silverhand recruit, and it died. Okay, the computer player is really bad. So if you go second in Hearthstone, you have a slight disadvantage because your opponent is able to go first. Maybe they have a minion that costs 1 mana and they can play it first. But if you go second, to make up for that, you get the coin. And the coin is just a little 0 mana spell, which says gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. So you're able to play this and then play out a card that costs 1 more mana than you would normally have. But anyway, now it's turn 3, so I have 3 mana crystals. I don't have any minions to play that cost 3 or less mana, so I will play this minion. And I want to be able to kill this one, but he only has 1 attack, and if I give him 3 more, he'll only have 4. And I won't be able to kill this minion because it has 5 health now. So I'm just going to end my turn without playing anything else. And soon you'll see how the minions on the board interact. What happens when they attack each other. Okay, so what just happened there? The Northshire Cleric attacked the Silverhand Recruit, and they dealt their damage to each other. So when a minion attacks another minion in Hearthstone, they deal their attack damage to each other's health. So the Northshire Cleric dealt 2 damage to my Silverhand Recruit, and my Silverhand Recruit dealt 1 damage back to the Northshire Cleric. So you can see my Silverhand Recruit died, and the Northshire Cleric has only 5 health now. So now I've got 4 mana crystals, and I've got 2 4 mana cards here. This one allows me to draw another card, but I have quite a few cards in my hand now. I've got 7 cards, and the maximum number of cards you can have is 10, so I don't need to draw more cards, but this guy will help me to fight on the board. So he costs 4 mana, he has 2 attack and 5 health, and he has charge. Charge is an effect that allows a minion to attack immediately. Normally when you play a minion, it has to sleep for 1 turn, and you can't attack with it straight away, but some minions have this charge keyword, so we're going to play it, and it's lighting up green, which tells me that I can attack with it. So I'm going to attack this little minion here. And you can see when I target this minion, it's got this skull over it. That means that the minion will die when I attack it. If my minion would also die in this interaction, then he would also have a skull, but I can see he doesn't because this 3 attack will be dealt to my 5 health, and he will still be alive with 2 health. So we'll do that. Now the end turn button is green, so I'll end my turn. On the board, you can only have 7 minions. That's the maximum you can have at one time. So what happened there? The Northshire Cleric killed my... no, sorry. He healed the Northshire Cleric with his hero power, and she then drew a card because her effect is whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. And then he played Shadow Word Pain, which is a spell which destroys a minion with 3 or less attack, and killed my Stormwind Knight. So now I've got 5 mana crystals. This little 3 mana minion is good when you have lots of minions on the board because he gives all of them more attack, but I've got no other minions, so he will be quite weak right now. So I'm going to play this Northshire Cleric and see what card I draw. And I don't want him to be able to just attack my Gnomish Inventor. I think I called it Northshire Cleric then. I don't want him to be able to attack my Gnomish Inventor and then draw a card from healing the Northshire Cleric. I'm going to give it +3 attack just to disincentivize him from attacking here. He still attacked, okay. So now I really want to kill this guy because every time he takes damage he gains 3 attack, and he can take a lot of damage because he's got 7 health, and also the priest can heal him up. So I need to kill this as quickly as possible. So I'm going to give my Gnomish Inventor 3 more attack to put it to 8 and kill off this guy. And they both died in this interaction because their attack values were enough to kill each other's health. And I also want to kill this because he's able to draw a lot of cards using this Northshire Cleric and his hero power, healing it and drawing cards. So I'm going to play this guy. I've got 5 mana crystals left and he costs 5 mana. So I'm going to play this and deal 2 damage to the Northshire Cleric with his battle cry. So battle cry again is when you play a minion, you get to do something straight away. And you can see the arrow has little deal 2 damage above it. So I can choose any target that I want. I can even choose my own hero, my own minions if I had them, or I can choose to do this to the enemy hero. But I'm going to do this to the minion. Usually it's a good idea to kill minions first and then start attacking the hero. So we still have quite a lot of health, but basically in most games of Hearthstone, whichever player takes control of the board first is able to win. So that's why we're attacking minions and not really focusing on the enemy hero's health. This guy is a problem again. I need to kill him as quickly as possible. This card here is a 4-mana spell which deals 3 damage and draws me a card. And I've got 4 attack here, so I'm going to kill it. So let's do this and see what card we get. Okay, another Stormwind Champion. So I'll kill that off. I don't want to play this guy. He costs 3 mana and only has 2 attack and 2 health. And this one will be able to kill it with his 2 attack. He can kill my guy's 2 health. So I might as well just play this. Hero Power. And then they still kill each other, but I don't need to spend a card on it. If you can do the same thing with your hero power that you can do with a card, it's better to do it with the hero power because you can use this as many times as you want. I'm also going to play this spell. This spell gives a minion Divine Shield. Divine Shield means the first time that it takes damage, you just lose the Divine Shield and you don't lose any health. So when these two attack each other, all that will happen is this Divine Shield will be lost. Okay. I'm going to explain less and less now. I've explained basically all of the core mechanics of Hearthstone, drawing cards, using mana crystals, playing minions and playing spells. So I'm just going to play out the game now at a normal speed so this video doesn't go for too long. So let's see if I can beat this priest. I'll still explain it as I go though, I just won't play too slowly. So I've got a few minions on the board now. This Stormwind Champion gives all other minions +1 attack and +1 health. So probably I will try to make use of that. Wherever possible you want to kill minions. You don't want to leave them with health remaining, especially against a priest where he can heal them up. So I'm going to focus on killing minions. This guy I can kill this turn. I can give this one more attack and kill that. This here is a weapon. I haven't explained weapons yet. So weapon is something that your hero can equip. So it has here 1 attack down in the bottom left and 4 durability. That means you can attack with it 4 times. So all you do is play this out here and your hero now has the weapon. So he can attack something 4 times. But his attacks work similar to the minions' attacks. So if I attack this Chillwind Yeti here with 1 health remaining, I will kill it, but also my hero will take 4 damage. With spells you can just deal damage directly, and you don't take any damage from it. But with weapons, if you attack something then your hero will take damage. I'm actually getting pretty worried about this game. I think I might lose. I'll just play my Stormwind Champion because it's got a big body, it's got 6 attack and 6 health. And play a hero power. I'm going to attack this, just so that she can't attack here and restore health straight away. Okay, he killed my Stormwind Champion. That's okay.
We must
oh boy.
the Sunwell.
They'll never know what happened.
Reporting for duty.
This is looking pretty bad, but I might be able to take the game back. Yeah, it's okay. So this guy here has Taunt. Taunt is a pretty basic keyword. All it means... oh, and so does this one here. When you play a Taunt minion, it has this big shield around it, and it means that you have to attack the taunt minion first. I can't attack anything else. You can see the taunt minion has an orange glow around it. I can't attack these minions or the hero. I have to kill the taunt minion first. So let's kill the taunt minion, play my own taunt minion. I'm going to kill the Northshire Cleric and leave this one alive. And I'm not going to bother killing this. I'm going to start dealing damage to the enemy hero.
For justice.
I can restore 6 health with this spell. I probably don't need to use it on myself. I will if I need to, but I might be able to use it on this taunt minion and make it harder for him to kill it. Okay, so he just killed his minion and left mine alive, which is a big mistake because I can now heal it up. And he's back to full health. I can kill this minion with my weapon and equip another one. And play hero power. So now is when you deal most of the damage to the enemy hero. I've got taken control of the board. All of my minions can now attack once per turn. And he can draw 1 card at the start of his turn, basically play 1 minion or a spell, and then I can kill the minion and then keep damaging the enemy hero. And I can win the game. So that's Hearthstone in a nutshell. Very basic. As you play, you can unlock more cards which do more and more powerful things, more and more interesting interactions. But I just wanted to show a quick game, how the game works, and explain the basics. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in my next video.
Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?